Not all revenue is good revenue, and not all growth is good growth. A bad customer can look profitable right up until you count the time, stress, discounts, and unpaid invoices. But the better question is, what type of customer do we actually want more of? Because if you do not work that out, business becomes a tough slog. It's really important if you are in business to know that you are not right for every customer or client, and equally, not every customer or client is right for your business. A bad customer can look profitable right up until you count the time, stress, discounts, and unpaid invoices. And that is the point. Not all revenue is good revenue, and not all growth is good growth. Not every customer is worth chasing. In a tight economy, a lot of businesses think we need more customers. And sometimes that is true. But the better question is, what type of customer do we actually want more of? Because if you do not work that out, business becomes a tough slog. You end up chasing everyone who will say yes. You discount too quickly. You bend your process often. You put up with poor treatment or behaviour. And over time, that wears down your staff, your systems, your margins, and your patience. The right customer is not always the biggest customer. It is often the customer who pays on time, respects your process, values your work, and communicates properly. They are profitable and they fit the way your business actually operates. That sort of customer helps your business grow properly. The wrong customer can do the exact opposite. They might bring in revenue, but they also bring in noise, requiring far too much effort, time, and headspace. And once you properly measure what's involved, they are nowhere near as profitable as they first looked. And this is where the old 80-20 rule comes in. The basic idea is that in many businesses, a large proportion of your results can come from a relatively small proportion of your customers. It might not be exactly 80-20, but usually the principle is pretty close. A small group of customers often drives most of your profit, most of your referrals, and most of your good work. And another group often creates the most problems. Most of the chasing, most of the complaints, most of the write-offs, plenty of staff frustration. So the practical question is, do you actually know which group is which? Because if you don't, you can easily spend your time and best energy on your worst customers. And that's a terrible business model. Your best customers deserve your best service and attention, because they are valuable. A business needs to be clear on who it serves best. It means being commercial and asking, what type of customer values what we do? What type of customer is profitable for us? What type of customer challenges us in the right way? What type of customer fits our system? Who do we actually want more of? Because the answer to those questions should affect your pricing, your marketing, your onboarding, your terms, and even the way your staff spend their time. There is another important point here. Good customers usually refer similar customers, and bad customers often do the same. That has a flow-on effect through the whole business. If your best customers refer people like them, your business can get stronger over time. But if you keep accepting poor fit customers, they usually refer poor fit customers, and you can slowly build a business that you do not actually enjoy running. And nobody starts a business hoping to build themselves a headache, at least not intentionally. So what should SME owners do? Start simple. Look at your customer base and ask, who are our best customers? Who pays well? Who respects the process and who will be profitable? Who creates good work for the team and who refers the right people? And then ask the harder question. Who drains the most time? Who constantly pushes price? Who ignores the process? Who creates stress that is not worth the revenue? You don't need to sack half your customer base overnight. That is not the point. But you do need to know the difference, because once you know the difference, you can better make decisions. You can spend your time looking after the customers who actually suit your business. And over time, that changes the quality of the whole business. So the message is simple. Don't chase every customer. Chase the right customer, because the goal is not to drive more revenue. The goal is to drive better revenue, profitable and sustainable revenue. Revenue that actually keeps the business moving forward. I'm TC, and that's my 2 cents.